We're in New York today and we're reporting outside the hotel where migrants are fighting to stay because, of course, it is quite nice. Jesus Guatemala here from Venezuela, with the use of a translator, is explaining that the hotel rooms are extremely nice in the hotel, while they were tried to be moved to Brooklyn into this place. And he said it's nothing worse than the border where we were, and so we're going to go back to our tents outside until we get that premium room back in the hotel. New York said you were lucky to be here. They reported to say the mattresses were not firm, they were not memory foam. In their tent, they said at least they had their own privacy, where they could fix their hats together, put new stickers on their hats. Carlos here, like many other people, are looking for day jobs, but they didn't think about learning any English before they came. He said, well, I thought my Android phone was just for playing games in Spanish, and that's what I used it for. I never heard of things like Duolingo, and the thought of learning English would actually help me in this country. So instead they look for day jobs doing hard graft, so that they can pay for that hotel which they want to stay in. He said the meals are quite substandard. They're all American food here. It's disgusting. He said they should have made arrangements so that we could have some Spanishy type Latin food. Why don't they have paella, he says. We don't know. We really don't know. So every day they flock around to cars so they can do some odd jobs. Of course, nobody can understand them in the cars because none of them can speak English. Some people in New York have said they've been quite ungrateful, so they've been offered hotels, food every day, and then another centre. The migrants say they're not ungrateful, that they just want a proper job. I would say you're ungrateful bastards. A typical Saturday night in England. Time to do a little bit of gambling, especially when we've got UK taxpayers' money. Welcome to England.
Pardon?
Calais for Cons is demanding that this damaging accommodation is not up to scratch. It's not a premium hotel.
As soon as they arrive, a serious decline in their mental health, and they're really desperate. They're running away, or they have suicidal ideation. We've seen several suicide attempts already in the last few weeks.
Well, they're obviously not running away because they're still fucking here, aren't they? You stupid cunt for Calais. So they have a lot of complaints to hear. They haven't learned the language. And they don't like this accommodation. Even though it was good enough for soldiers, it's not enough for immigrants. It's too bad, especially with some barbed wire. This is Abdul Habibba. He said he has a complaint. He uses a translator.
Feel a pain in my heart.
British people also feel a fucking pain.
I myself was a soldier in Iran. I stayed in a military barracks in Iran for 2 years and I know the situation here very well. The situation is not good. This barracks is not a place to live.
Well, then you know where to go. And if you were a soldier, you should have some balls by now.
Some people might
Clearly not.
be tortured, and some people might, have very bad experiences so living beside a fence, a perimeter fence.
As you can see, all the men that have come to seek asylum have left their women behind because they don't give two fucks. And here they complain about it. The barracks are too small, there's damp. They need some premium, like some hotels. And when they get to the hotels, the fucking food is terrible. Well, I don't know. I think we should just give the keys over to fucking Buckingham Palace. Magazines and espresso, $12. Khaki pants, another $45. Shoes, $65. I'm realising that the woman you're meeting is an immigrant and she hates England and she keeps complaining about all the food. Fucking priceless. There's some things that money can't buy. For everything else, there's a boat. Should be looking for a refund for that. Migrants are complaining in New York today as they're in a hotel called Row. They're having a bit of a row because they say this food is inadequate. This woman says there was slightly too much oil in my food that I was served and my bed was slightly lumpy. They've had enough, that's what they say. They said, we came across this border, we expected better pasta. Look at this sauce, she says. It's not even edible. And the mashed potato? Not enough butter. This woman carefully says, well, when I was at the border, I thought I'd be giving better free meals. Better free meals. This is disgusting. The pasta was slightly overdone. A statement here from the New York mayor. He said, we've done all our best. You were actually freezing in a camp. You came here, we gave you free food. You're in a hotel, but still complain. I'm not sure. What type of food would you like? Would you like to help to cook it? Migrants were seen tossing out the food, some out their window actually, saying this cheese is not Gouda and I refuse to eat it. This lady here says it was ridiculous. I asked them for American cheese and what do I get? Cheddar. It was fucking ridiculous. We agree this awful treatment must stop. These people in this 5-star hotel should not be eating this food. They should be getting the cheese they want. This other reporter here agrees with them. She said, you to empty out that water is just too much effort. It's ridiculous. Eating those carrots, they look questionably cold. Cold carrots? That's barbaric. So what we're doing is we're going to send them straight back to the border so they can cook at home back in their own country because it might be safer. Take care. Bye-bye.